So I know you also wrote an article, 3 things to know about the Colts. So you've got, it's Gardner Minshew's show for now is one. Number 2, Jonathan Taylor isn't the only Colts running back to worry about. And number 3, the defense for the Colts has not been very good. Take us through those and just the concerns when you line up against the Colts.
Well, right now, obviously, Anthony Richardson obviously ruled out for the rest of the season. He's going to have season-ending surgery. So right now, with Gardner Minshew's show in Indianapolis, it's Minshew Magic has always been kind of a fun thing to follow. And one thing I found that was interesting looking at Minshew's profile is you would think when you have career numbers like 47 touchdowns, 18 career interceptions, you would think you'd have a better career record than 9-17. But then you see, what happened when Minshew started against the Jaguars did not look good. 33-55 for 329 yards, a touchdown, 3 interceptions. It seems like whenever he's come into relief of games, he's played very well. But then when he's had to start games, not quite as well. I know, there's the whole thing, Gardner Minshew's Colts beat the Ravens, but you also remember in that game, Matt Gay kicked 4 field goals of at least 53 yards. I mean, that's, even that when you outkick Justin Tucker in a game, that's noteworthy in and of itself. So that's a big thing to watch. Certainly the Browns should be able to get some turnovers off Minshew if, last week's performance is any indication. Number 2, I talked about the running game. Jonathan Taylor's come back the last couple of weeks, kind of been rusty, but in his stead, Zach Moss has been sensational. Almost 500 yards rushing so far, 4 touchdowns. He ran for 122 against the Ravens and 165 against the Titans. 2 run defenses that played very well against the Browns, as we obviously know from early in the season. So Zach Moss is a guy that, Browns will have to keep an eye on when he's in the ball game, at least until Jonathan Taylor gets his feet under him, gets kind of back up to speed. But certainly a very dangerous 1-2 punch. And then number 3, I talked about the defense, the struggles they've had. They came into the season, they came into week 6, 22nd in scoring defense, giving up 23 points per game, 5th worst in pass defense. 260.8 yards a game. Certainly, the game against Jacksonville, they gave up 37 points, but that was largely because of turnovers, because Jacksonville, got the ball in Indianapolis territory twice. They scored 17 points off Colts turnovers. So certainly the yardage was fine, but the points were not. And with the recent news that Grover Stewart, their talented defensive tackle, is suspended for PEDs, he's out for the next 6 games. Starting with this one against the Browns, that's a huge blow to that Colts defense.
When you look at it, how do the Browns come away with a win in this one? And, I think the thing is, P.J. Walker doesn't have to win the game for you, and you just take care of the football. They haven't done that yet. Take care of the football.
Yeah, this feels like the game would be where you want to really focus on protecting the football and try to get some turnovers off Gardner Minshew. Like I said, 3 interceptions last week against Jacksonville. You would imagine that's going to be a focus as well for Indians to protect the football. But, for the Colts, I mean, this is the best defense they'll probably have seen. I don't know how much Minshew's going to handle this pressure, and with the coverage the Browns can put on the outside on the receivers, particularly Michael Pittman Jr., who's their best guy. I think he's a very good receiver. That's going to be an interesting battle to see if they can turn him over a couple times. And again, something I think is going to be important for this game, carry over what they did. They should try to carry over what they did the last game with the run game, stick with it, give those guys an opportunity, show some trust in them, and let Kareem Hunt and Jerome Ford do their thing, go play action with it. And if PJ Walker's in the game, just have him be smart, trust his playmakers, find ways to get Amari Cooper and David Njoku the ball. They played very well against the 49ers. And just if they can get a lead early and kind of make Gardner Minshew have to beat them, then I think if you're the Browns, you're in a very good position. Now, if Deshaun Watson plays, obviously the calculus is very different. There's more margin for error, but the Browns certainly have different avenues with which to win a game. Like you said, it'll probably just come down to turnovers.